Welcome to my support card review on Nakayama Festa. She is a SSR stamina card that was released this month, December 2025, and she's currently on banner. Bottom line, is this worth pulling for? I would say this is an easy skip. And there's a few reasons for that. First of all, look at her limit breaks. So if you were to pull this, 0 LB would get you the skill, and then if you want to max LB her, that just gives you the best stats possible. But I could argue that there are plenty of better cards out there that at 0 LB give you a better skill and at max LB give you better stats. So if we're talking about support effects alone, I would say they're okay. At 0 LB to max LB, her specialty priority moves from 35 to 50, initial friendship gauge 20 to 25, mood effect 20 to 30, friendship bonus 26.5, weird number, to 32, and training effect 0 to 10. I can already think of one SR card that has a better stat even at 0 LB, and that would be the Manhattan Cafe stamina card. So above is a chart comparing Nakayama Festa's 4 LB or MLB to Manhattan Cafe at 0 LB and Manhattan Cafe at MLB. So first, if we look at specialty priority, Nakayama Festa has 50 at MLB, but Manhattan Cafe starts at 55 and increases to 70. That's crazy. Second of all, we can see mood effect. Nakayama Festa MLB is where Manhattan Cafe starts at 0 LB. That's the 30 mood effect, and it goes up to 40 for her. And then if we look at the initial friendship gauge, sure, Nakayama Festa starts at 25, which is 5 more than Manhattan Cafe at 0 LB, but it's only 5. That's not the huge difference. And plus, at MLB, Manhattan Cafe gets 25. We can already see here that Nakayama Festa at 4 LB or MLB is not as good as Manhattan Cafe at 0 LB or even MLB. So if I were using Nakayama Festa as a pure stat stick, I would prefer to just run Manhattan Cafe's SR card. And don't forget, SRs are a little bit easier to get than SSRs. That's why I don't think this is a great stat stick. Let's pivot over now to her skill. Come what may, increase velocity when well positioned on a straight in the last spurt. Medium. What does that mean? So what that means is you must be on a medium track, it must be the last spurt, cannot be a corner, must be a straight. And if we were to convert your Uma's position into a percentage, she would have to be the 20% Uma to 60% Uma. So, if we had 10 Umas, she would have to be the second, third, fourth, fifth, or sixth Uma for this skill to activate. So you would most likely run this on a pace chaser. Maybe you could run this on a front runner, but that would be assuming that you're already not in the lead, and then possibly a late, but mostly probably a pace chaser. I feel like there are better SSR stamina cards out there, or even SSR speed cards that you can sort of work with that would give you better skills. So if you're running a stamina card, that means you're probably building someone who's medium long, most likely. So my stamina cards, I'm usually looking for something to give me like a gold blue recovery, right? If we're really looking at skills. So I could literally borrow Super Creek's SSR stamina card to get Swinging Maestro. If I'm trying to replace a velocity skill, we can look at our speed cards. We could literally use Kita-san Black's Professor of Curvature. We could get Nishino Flower's SSR speed card that gives us Beeline Burst. There are just so many other cards I could replace this card with for the skill in particular. I don't think picking this card is worth it. So these are all of the support hints you can get. They're pretty decent. I would say I love late surge straightaways. I love straightaway skills in general and corner skills. They're cheap. They give good stats for the cost, and they're pretty reliable, so good for CM. And these are the skills you can get from events. You can get 2 greens, which is pretty okay, especially if you're trying to prepare for a certain CM on a certain course. You can get Uma Stand, but again, you can get Uma Stand from a lot of different cards, so it doesn't really matter. Of course, Come What May, which is the skill you would get for this card, and All I've Got, which I believe is the slightly worse version of Come What May. Now, of course, as always, there is a caveat. So if we were to look at her chain events, right, in the first chain event, you have to pick between the top and the bottom, and that will determine what will happen in the third part of the chain event. So if you choose the top, you will get a hint towards Uma Stan, and that's it. If you choose the second option, you will either get Come What May or All I've Got. So there is a gamble and a risk to which skill you will get. So overall, I don't think this card is worth it. I think it's an easy skip. Save your gems for something else, like Kito-san's rerun. Woo! Thank you so much for watching my review of the Festa SSR Stamina card. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to comment in the comment section below. And yeah, thank you so much, guys. Happy holidays. Bye!